Thank you, Mr Acting Deputy Speaker. It gives me great pleasure to speak on this bill. And the member for Gorton is right. I mean, this Green Army program has two fundamental objectives, and both of them are complementary. Firstly, it's to provide an opportunity to young people for training in an area that they would seldom or have the opportunity of receiving without this policy, and also to provide practical environmental benefits to our regions and local suburban areas such as my own. Looking firstly at the training opportunities, targeting this at 17 to 24-year-olds is recognition by this government that young people often find it difficult to find that first opportunity, that first breakthrough. And there are many young people who are considering or potentially interested in a career involved in horticulture or other related areas, and this sort of program will give them the fantastic exposure and the mentoring to actually determine whether they have an aptitude for it, whether they enjoy it, and it will obviously give them the practical benefits of teaching them the relevant skills. Obviously, there are other benefits that sit outside even people who would be necessarily interested in pursuing a career in horticulture. For lots of young people, some of the barriers to employment are things as simple as working in a team, being able to take instructions, learning to cooperate and work with other people in a team environment, having the discipline of being required to show up at a certain time every day for work. These are, I suppose, soft skills, but they are crucially important to anybody seeking to make a start in any field of employment. So the opportunities that will be given to 17 to 24-year-olds through the Green Army program will greatly benefit people who have a desire to start a career in complementary areas, horticulture and other areas like that, land management, work with local government in land management and those sort of things. And also people who just need that first start, that first opportunity in their career that can give them some of the skills that they will then have on their CV and they'll be able to take forward into other careers, other professions, other jobs. Looking at the second aspect of the Green Army project, putting aside the training aspect to young people, the practical environmental benefits of the Green Army program is something that I think we will look back on with great pride. If I look at my own electorate of Deakin, we have some fantastic areas, natural areas, remnant forests in the area, parks, creeks, that local government find very, very difficult to maintain within their own budgets. And indeed, most of those areas have big teams of volunteers, people who get out on a Saturday and a Sunday to do the weeding, to clean up the creeks. And these are people that do it on a week-by-week basis. And I've spent time with people at the Blackburn Lake Sanctuary in my electorate, the Heatherdale Creek in my electorate, and the volunteer base just cannot keep up with the demands of that kind of work. So they have applauded us as a government, and they were certainly very excited in opposition when we announced the policy, that they would have an opportunity to work with a team of young people for 6 months who would come in under supervision and to do a lot of that work that they had so diligently been trying to do themselves. The Green Army project will enable those young people to work hand in glove with those who have got responsibility for the land management of the relevant project. So in my electorate of Deakin, primarily that will involve Maroondah City Council and Whitehorse City Council. And for each of the three projects that I've got in my electorate, which is the Blackburn Lake Sanctuary, the Heatherdale Creek Rejuvenation Project and Eastfield Park in Croydon, our Green Army teams will work extraordinarily closely with the relevant local government, in this case Maroondah City Council and Whitehorse City Council. So it's an opportunity to ensure that the volunteers get the help they need, the young people get the training and the first start, the opportunity that is so important to them. And I must say, in recent weeks, there's been a clamouring of excitement in my electorate, people putting themselves forward as potential participants, volunteers on the relevant advisory committees of the projects who are keen to get an understanding of what time frames of the projects will be in place, and also excitement at the local government level, that they are going to be able to have some assistance in these land management projects. And to address one of the concerns that the member for Gorton responsibly raised, I don't think in any of the projects in the Deakin electorate you'll see a Green Army project substituting for work that's otherwise being done. I think it will be work that, quite frankly, is unable to be done within current resources and that our volunteers are unable to do themselves. So I think it will be important to ensure that they complement each other. I'm confident that they will, and I think, speaking from the Deakin electorate perspective, and I'm sure all electorates around the country will be similar, there's a commitment on this side of the House to ensure that the Green Army projects work with local communities, complement what they're already doing on the ground, and trying to obtain those two crucial benefits. Firstly, to the training and opportunities given to young people, and the practical environment benefits as well. Thank you.